Hi, and welcome to this weekly crypto markets video update. Um, if we look at the markets, we can see that the market is now valued above $2 trillion, so we're back up, which is very nice. The Bitcoin dominance is still below 40%. If we look at Bitcoin, we can see that Bitcoin is trading around $42,500, and in the past 7 days, it went up by 12.1%, which is a really significant increase. And if we look at Ethereum, we can see that Ethereum is trading above $3,000, and in the past week, it went up 17.8%. So that's pretty good. Let's look at the weekly winners. So we can see that Juno is now trading around $31.61, and it went up by 104.7% in the past week. We can also see that Gala went up 95%, Quant went up 62%. So maybe we can chart one of some of these coins in a little bit. We can also see that Zcash went up 32%, SHIBA 30%, Decentraland went up 30%. So there's a lot of green in the market. Now, if we look at the weekly losers, then we can see that there are actually no losers because these are all dollar related. So the first coin we find is Akomi, I think, which still went up by 0.5%. So it's looking really good. The market has been increasing, but we need to dive deeper and see what's actually going on the technical side of things. So let's move over to TradingView, and we will move to the total market cap. Let's see. Let's start at the weekly. Let me just close this. There we go. All right. So if we look at the weekly chart, then we're not quite there yet, but we're starting to show some movement upwards, right? We are still in a downtrend, in this downtrend over here, which we will look closer in a little bit. Now, if we do hold this, then that is pretty good because this is a previous low, which we set last year in June and July. So if we can keep this this low over here, then it is in fact a higher low, which means we could go up and test other areas. Now, I don't know how high the market is going up for now, because I cannot predict the future. But we can see that there is some resistance around the $2.4 trillion. So when the market reaches that point, we might see a little correction first before we make another move upwards, if that is the case, of course. Now let's also go to the daily chart and see what happens. We also see that we still have the drawings from last week, which I think was on the 4-hour chart, so ignore it for now. Actually, let's just make it invisible. So we had this nice climb, and yeah, that's it. That's all you can say. We had a nice climb, and that's it. You cannot say anything else. You can still see that we're clearly in a downtrend. So let's move on to the 4-hour chart. And okay, yes. So this is from last week. To be honest, I don't exactly remember what I said. But if I look at the charts, we can see that we found support over here, which we can remove, and this one as well. This is backtested. This is all really good price action. And then I said we make this move up here, and this is what we want to gain. And this is exactly what we did, because you can see that this yellow arrow is exactly what happens, because in this area right here, you gained this whole area down here. This is all gained, which is nice. Then we had a little back test. We tested this low over here, and then we made this move upwards. So this is really good. And I also drew around this area to show that this is also a very important volume node, but we blasted through it and then eventually even found support on it. So that's pretty good. We can actually remove these previous drawings. Let's just empty the charts. Now what's going to happen? Let's take a look. So we have this drop off point over here because this point brought us all the way down here, right? The same thing happened over here with this drop off point, which we already gained. But the next one is this one. This is the one we need to gain. Because once we gain this area, which means that we need to open and close a candle above it, right? If we do something like this and we hold this area, then we can see that we broke the trend line, right? We are in this really long downtrend, and we're breaking it if we gain this little point over there. So it's very important that the market recovers and does this. So I'm just gonna leave this drawing for here. If I don't delete it by next week, but we'll see. Let's move over to Bitcoin. Okay, let's see. So Bitcoin is showing something nice, and what exactly is that? First of all, Bitcoin was trading in this range for the past weeks, right? And this was the previous range, and we can now clearly see that we are back in this range. So that's really good. But again, this drop-off point over here is very important. That's the one we need to gain. So yeah, as long as that is not gained, yeah, it might go down. Find some support over here, around 41,500, around that area. If we lose this area, then of course we will go down some more. We might find support around this area, around just below 40k or 38k. And if we lose that, then of course we go lower again, right? That's how you have to look at things. But just to look at from the upside, this is the point we need to gain. This is the most important thing, which is just about $43,000. Once we gain that area, then we can actually test the bottom of the previous range, which is around $46,000, and we do want to get back into that range. But for now, that's just where we need to look at. Let's move to Ethereum. Let's see, Ethereum. Yeah, so for Ethereum, it's the same story as Bitcoin. You have this drop-off point over here. This is the area I need to gain, which is around $32,000 to $33,000. Sorry, $100. So that's what you want to test, maybe a little back test, and then hopefully we gain this area. Very important. If we don't gain this and we lose this area, then we will look at lower prices. So yeah, that's the situation for Ethereum at the moment. We can also take a look at some of the winners from past week. Let's look at Juno. I don't know if I can find a chart for it. I never charted it before. No, I cannot find it. Can I see which exchange it's on? Oh, it's an osmosis. I see. I see. Now that will be a bit difficult to chart, I think. Because I don't think I can find it. It's not added on TradingView yet. No. Okay, so we cannot chart this one. Let's look at Gala. There we go. All right. So Gala went up. How much was it? 100%? Yeah, 96% in the past 7 days, which is a lot. Right. Okay. What could happen is that it's going to test this upper area over here, this volume node over here. It could be a little bit lower, so it's kind of like a box. It actually tested it today, so that's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen in this area. I'm just gonna make this a box actually. Let's do that. So that's about this. This is an area of resistance. So if Gala goes up a little bit more, then we can see some interaction over here. And then you want to flip it by flip this red box, the rectangle, flipping the resistance, finding support here, and then continue upwards, and then you will test these previous highs. However, we need to be careful because this could be resistance. This is definitely a shorting opportunity. Um, and then the tricky thing is where is it going to find support? Because you could find some support around. Yeah, it's really difficult to say. Um, Around this area, but there isn't much here. So maybe you can see something in on the 4 hour chart. Um, yeah, there is a little bit of support over here, but you need to be careful. You need to be careful. I would say don't take a position yet. Just see what's gonna happen. If you do decide to short here, just be careful that it doesn't blast through the resistance. So make sure you use a stop loss, of course. Um, that's all I can say, really. We could do a Fibonacci. Well, it's gonna be tricky because we don't have a high yet, so it doesn't really give us that much information. I'm gonna try it anyway. See if we can find something. Yeah, this seems about right. I did find support here on this Fibonacci over here. Yeah. I would say just wait and see what happens. It could reject this resistance and then go down, find support, and then blast through it. But I would wait until it flips the red rectangle and then gains it and then continues to go upwards. That's what I would do. Which coin can we also check? Shall we take a look at? You know what I'm going to do? Well, we're going to chart Quant, and then we are going to chart Shiba because it's just such a popular coin. Okay, so let's go to Quant if we can find it. Oh, I think it's this one. Is that correct? $152. It is. Okay, so this is Quant. Let's take a look at the daily first. Okay, tested back to previous range. Yeah, similar situation as to Gala, where you're testing resistance at the moment. So it could go down from here, and then hopefully it will find support around this region, and then continue to go back up. This could be a possible long entry. Just be very careful with it. I prefer to wait for a double confirmation, which means you wait for another push up and then you buy on the next support. Right? It's much more safe. Um, that is the situation that of Quant. That's what you want to see. Um, if we lose this area, then you will go down, and then you will go back to this area over here. And if you lose that, then yeah, you will go even to lower prices. Probably around $75 ish. Yeah, maybe even lower. So just be very careful on that. But that's not where you are at the moment. Right now you're trading over here. So let's just see what's gonna happen. You're waiting for this gain and then make the next move upwards. This is basically the area you want to get back into. This is where you want to go and trade. All right, let's take a look at Shiba. I think I have it on the list somewhere. Oh, I have two. Wait, this one is on Binance. But it's a very old chart. Okay, I'm just gonna delete everything. Okay, Shiba. What happened to Shiba? Okay, found support over here. That's very interesting, actually. Yeah, look at all the support, right? From over here, back in May 21, you had support twice. in October last year, and then we continue to find support over there. So very important level. What do you want to see? Well, similar to as Bitcoin and the whole market in general, is you are in this downtrend, and this is what you want to break. And this is where a lot of people, I think I also said this last week, but I'm gonna repeat it anyway. Is a lot of people draw, uh, kind of draw it like this ish, right? And they say this is the downtrend that we're in. You could also draw the bottom part, right? This is the downtrend. This is uh, the down channel that SHIBA was in, and or maybe you can even adjust the lines a little bit and make it look like a wedge, right? That's what people do. Um, but they see this little pump over here, and they're like, "See, we're above the trend line, which means we gained this area, and we can now continue to look up." That is not how it works. That is not how it works. Because this trend line only gives you a direction. It only shows you the direction that the coin is heading in, which is still in a downtrend, right? If it goes down from here, you're still in this downtrend, right? So this point above the trend line is very irrelevant. Now, what should we look at? And I will tell you. I will show you. We have an area of resistance. I will make this a box because I think that is going to be a little bit more useful. This box over here, this is about it. There's a little bit more to it, but I think this is covering the most of the area. This is the box of resistance. So this is the first point over here that we need to gain, because after this point we went downwards, right? So that is what we want to gain. So you want to see a candle open and close above it, find support here, flip it, and then continue to go upwards. And then you want to test this high over here, right? Once you test that and you gain that, then you can look at this next high. So there's a lot to cover first, but the first step is breaking this downtrend that we're in, right? We want to break this whole downtrend, and we do that by gaining this area over here. This is what we want to gain, right? If we do this, we hold here, then we're good to go, and we can continue to look upwards, and then it will test. It will likely test this area around here. This is what it will test, and then the question is, will it reject and go down a little bit and then make the move upwards, or will we push right through it and then do it? It depends on how the market is going to respond first. All right, so I think that covers it for now. Let's close it off with the Bitcoin dominance. I don't know if I'm going to make this a weekly thing, but um, yeah, I just want to check this anyway. Okay, so what I said last week is that I still think that Bitcoin is going to make a move upwards, right? On the big picture, on the weekly chart, I also drew this, where I think this is likely going to happen. Of course, don't trade based on this at all, okay? Do not trade on this at all. This is just what I think. This is my personal opinion. This is what I want to see. I want to see Bitcoin do a swing upwards. So for those who don't know what Bitcoin dominance is, basically, if you look on CoinGecko, we can see the dominance of Bitcoin is 39.4%, which means that of the whole value of the market, which is over $2 trillion, 40% of that is belonging to Bitcoin. And that's because Bitcoin is the number one cryptocurrency, right? So you can see it here, $2 trillion market cap, and Bitcoin has a market cap of $800 billion. So yeah, I think we will see a move upwards. But for now, we're not there yet. We need to look locally. We can see that Bitcoin is still trading between these two, well, in this range. but I think once it gets up here, around 48%, I think we can really see Bitcoin move upwards. Yeah, so that's it for this week. Thanks for all the support, and let me know which coins you want me to chart. All right, bye bye.